Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Come on in. We are here Monday morning. It is Monday, June 15th already. We are in a beautiful new moon energy and also moving towards the summer solstice. So this week I am here live on on Instagram, but I invited people in to join me in Zoom today because I have been craving connection. And so I also have my Zoom group going here, and I've just been looking for more connection, more intimate, pulling people in, feeling you here is one thing, but actually being here with you, smiling at me, contributing, chatting in the mornings is just, I thought I would try it out and see how it goes. So I'm super happy to have you here this morning with me. For those of you that are new, my name is Janice, and I'm the founder of Soulfully Aligned Women. And this is a place where we rise up through soul coherence and mystic prosperity, mystic leadership into prosperity. Sorry, I mixed that up wrong. So I invite people in to, come back into your soul, come back into that inner coherence that is there with you. Good morning, Brenna. So awesome to have you here. I'm also on Instagram this week. So I really wanted to do a little bit of merging this week because I would love for this to turn into a Monday morning mastermind where we all just kind of start our day together and be able to get off on the right foot. There's so much going on right now, and our nervous systems are really, really challenged. And so it really is a beautiful way to connect, and it's free. You just come in the mornings and we get started together. And I have absolutely have got a couple more people coming here. I have a beautiful message for you today, and um, we can chat a little bit too if we want. But good morning, Kelly. Thanks for being here. So glad to have you. So, oh, what a week it has been, I tell you. I wasn't here last week for you guys. I missed you, but it was quite a week of navigation, we'll say. And I was thinking deeply all week. I was getting messages and writing a lot. And, um, one of my friends, I don't know if you've ever seen us on the Wisdom Circle, which is Fridays. We record our Wisdom Circle and it comes out. It has its own YouTube. And it's four of us that come on each week and we just talk. There's no plan. We just talk about spirituality and awareness and higher consciousness. And one of the girls on there said last week, she said something about being the steward of your life. And I'm like, oh, I love that. And immediately I went into, being the steward of your soul, the steward of your soul in this journey in life. And I started really going deeper into that because I think that, people really unconsciously live as if the purpose of life is to arrange it, to um sorry, somebody's messaging me. It's like, to arrange life and all of its external circumstances into a configuration that finally allows us to exhale. That finally allows us to breathe, right? Like, oh, if this relationship would improve, if this business would grow, if the money would arrive, if, this health journey would shift, if everyone would approve and follow along, then yeah, then I could breathe, then I could relax, then I could feel better. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, we got to learn how to navigate without that, right? So I want to talk about that a little bit this morning, but I also want to do you want to say hi? Do you want to say good morning or anything? Is it you don't have to if you don't want to, but um absolutely I would love to hear how you're doing, how your week's been going. So just unmute if you do, but we can keep chatting here. Go ahead.
Good morning, Janice. Good morning,
Good
Brenna.
morning.
Uh, Nice to be here live. I do always check in on Monday mornings.
We
And
do.
you know what you said about learning about how to navigate the world and what you're going through personally right now, Janice, is you're learning how to navigate your own personal life with you and John. So it's
Mhm.
I heard your voice crackle a little bit. I went, wow, it's been a big week for you guys. So yeah, I'm just sending lots of positive energy to you and John.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. He's doing
and
well. He went back
oh
to work
good.
today.
Oh, did he? Oh, silly
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't keep him down.
Oh,
But it has been, it's big. And that's kind of the whole thing. It's like, well, how do I navigate this without, you know, I want to be real in the moment. And so if you don't know, he's going through a health journey right now. And the future is unknown, but we're trying to stay positive. But also it's just like, how do you navigate that and be in the moment and yet stay in the joy, still have that joy in your life? And that was kind of the biggest thing on my mind last week, and be in that inner coherence, the body nervous system regulation, be able to breathe and go, okay, yeah, this is part of life. And oh, yeah, I'm walking through this, and as I said, I shared in my groups, I'm like, I'm breaking out in hives. Like every day I'm getting these hives, and I'm like, okay, this is like, there's a lot going on here. And so I think part of it too was being able to pause and go, okay, this is big. This is a lot. This is not easy. It's difficult, but at the same time, I can trust myself to walk through this, and I can breathe and know that we have so much. Lean into the abundance around us. There's so many people that are sending us love and support. And that's beautiful, and I love that. But it's also not, spiritually bypassing by saying, "Oh, I'm just going to lean into all the abundance around me." I'm just going to, focus on that. It's like leaving space at the table for fear at the same time. It's like, yeah, it's here. Because so I'm not going to ignore it. Right. So thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. And so what I want to really focus on through this is like, what if we're here for the experience of becoming, right? Instead of trying to navigate. And and all of us, I think, waver back and forth. So it's not like I am like preaching to you. It's more like, okay, let's lean in and see if we've been leaning a bit too much into the control, and let's come back into, okay, this is a journey, right? Maybe I'm here to experience the becoming. And becoming in the remembering sense, not in the achieving anything, not for the reaching or striving, but in the remembering that our soul is here, that the soul didn't come here just to collect accomplishments, but it came for experience, and it came for expansion, and a deepening of wisdom and compassion and creativity and courage and all of those beautiful qualities, love and self-trust. So when we begin to see ourselves as the steward of our soul's journey, something shifts there. Just in that language, something shifts. Because when we think of a steward, I was thinking about the steward of a land, the steward of a garden, even. the steward doesn't, control the weather or the circumstances around. The steward just tends to the garden. That person tends to the land without trying to control it. That's a huge difference. And the steward doesn't spend time arguing with reality. It just starts to say, well, how do I meet this in this moment in a way that helps my becoming, that honors who I am becoming? So that question then brings us back into soul coherence because, soul coherence is not the absence of challenge, it's the alignment between meeting that challenge, what's happening around us, and choosing to rise to it, not push it away or ignore it or pretend it's not happening. And so that's kind of what I was feeling into this week in this journey. You know, inner coherence doesn't say that nothing is happening and nothing difficult is happening. Inner coherence, soul coherence is just saying, okay, this matters a lot to me. It's difficult. I'm affected by this. My body is telling me I'm affected by this. And at the same time, I trust myself. I can meet this. I can walk this path. I can remain connected to love and joy. And then I started to kind of go into that. Um, well, first I'll say if there's something difficult happening in your life right now, see if you can lean into this. Lean into the acceptance because there are powers beyond our control. We know this. And things are going to happen in life. Just because we start on this awareness journey or this spiritual journey doesn't mean that we're saving ourselves from life in general, right? Life happens. Hard things happen. People die. People get sick. There's accidents that happen that are beyond our control. How many times do we go, well, I didn't see that coming, right? It's like, what now? What next? And the universe isn't punishing us in any way. This is life. This is just life here on earth, lifing. And so the universe is here to help us, guide us into rising up when those challenges come, meeting them with courage and grace, and being able to learn and grow from them. That I know we say, well, these things are happening for me, and they are, but I think it gets a little entangled with, well, the universe is trying to teach me a lesson. It's like, wow, universe is pure love. And if we think of our own children, when we were raising them, we didn't ever try to punish them by teaching them a lesson. That wasn't love. We loved them. And for the most part, we tried to prevent terrible things from happening to them. We tried to protect them from those things. But when we couldn't, it wasn't us instilling it on them, it was just life. And I think we need to lean into that a little bit more that, that is life here on earth. And we chose to come here. That is part of the journey. And the soul came here for experiences and wisdom and growth from the experiences and also to be able to experience life to the fullest, the full spectrum of all the emotions and feelings that we have as humans. And that means we're going to experience the tough stuff too, the grief and the sadness. But on the other end is the pure joy and exuberance and excitement. To live here is only half a life, a quarter of a life, if that. So we're all carrying a lot right now. We're all carrying, um, yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
So when you say that, and it's like, I kind of look at it when I'm doing a painting, and when I first started painting in a big way. I was so afraid to use the color black. And I would paint with my pinks, my oranges, and it was just looked really flat. And one of my friends said, "You need black. Look, you just put a little bit in." And I thought, okay, I was really kind of afraid to do that. And as soon as I put it in, all the pinks and oranges popped. So when you say that we're living here and we can't just have all the good stuff. So without the darkness, there is no light. And so when I paint and I say, well, I need a little bit of shadow in there. So it's like you can't just have all good. You know, we can make it all good. The darkness is part of what makes everything so light. So when you say we could go through this journey and Mary Poppins, and I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure Mary Poppins had a lot of rainy days.
That's why she carried an umbrella,
Right? But no, that was a behind the excuse me, behind the scenes things. You didn't understand why she carried an umbrella.
right?
So it's like, oh, yeah, okay. So
Oh
that's
my gosh,
my
I love
love.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, and just in the creative side, I had a master artist teach that in his class. I used to co-facilitate for some master artists, and that was kind of, if you want your brights to look brighter, make your shadows deeper and darker. And but that's the perfect analogy of life in itself. Yeah. Thanks, Kelly. That is so true because uh, those dark moments take us deeper. Like how many shifts and awarenesses I've had this past week are incredible. Like the just going into my heart. And that's chapter one of my soul coherence book that will be coming out later this year. Um, is that it's those heart awakening moments that crack your heart open and help you feel again. Like feel, really feel, not just going through life and, the routines that are repetitive every day, but to all of a sudden it's like you are woken up and your heart's cracked open and you're feeling so much in there. And it is a tough place to be when it gets cracked open through grief, but it's also it's such a beautiful place to be. And I was reminded of that last week as, John was in his surgery and I was waiting and I was feeling so much. And then I was thinking, gosh, I just really want to stay here. I don't want him to be here, but I want to stay here in this heart opening space. There is so much feeling there. And that's a soul deep feelings. And the astrology this week is taking us there. So it's a really great place to be this week into that's the divine feminine. That's the depths of your soul, the feeling and the experiencing life from there rather than the surface level of just going through the motions and routines every week, but to be able to even just, be where the poets and the mystics and the artists live, to live like an artist, to be there, to be sitting under a tree, staring up at the leaves and just hearing, like I will get um almost like opening paragraphs to a book come to me, like, description of what I'm seeing around me. And it's like, oh, I love that because now we're alive, we're awake. And that creativity, that tends to disappear when we're trying to control outcomes too. Um, when we become preoccupied with managing reality and trying to fix it, right? Or predict it, or just protect ourselves from reality, a huge amount of life force gets tied up in that effort. And creative energy becomes more management energy at that time. So when we return to the idea of being the steward of our soul's journey, energy begins to free itself up Because then we go from, well, how do I make life go according to my plan and move into how does life want me to move through? Like, how does life want to move through me today rather than, and that's completely different. That's living like an artist. How is life going to move through me today? What creative energy can come through me today? That's what artists understand naturally, and mystics understand, and children understand this, right? There's receptivity there. There's a listening and a willingness and an openness to participate rather than try to dominate or control what's happening around us. So, and I just, I'm with the 21-day identity recoding challenge that we've been doing is like, talk about timing. It's been absolutely perfect for me too. And we're having really great shifts going on in that group. Um, and that that has allowed us to live like an artist every day because we're creating every day. And I love that title, Live Like an Artist. I'm keeping that. That this challenge will be over in another week, but I'm keeping that part because I just love that part. Live like an artist. Like that's what we want to do. Live with the flow coming through us and allow it to emerge and allow every day to be a creation that comes through you. And in Soulful Line Women, like that's what we do in the portal that's coming up. That's what we're doing in the portal. We are becoming more aligned with living like an artist, opening up and allowing ourselves to rise up into the highest possible version of ourselves rather than all the layers and blankets we put on, that we're opening up to that. Um, and, our focus is moving from managing to being the artist. So the manager is always scanning for problems, but the artist listens for possibilities in the quantum field. Ah, thank you. Thank you for being here because we don't need to fix anything, right? We just We're creatives. We open to creative potential and possibilities, staying in that quantum field of energy and allowing ourselves to be in the miracle of life, in the magic of life, in the knowing that all things are possible. And I think this is where inner coherence and, stewardship meet. That inner coherence is not regulating ourselves so we feel better, but it's becoming trustworthy stewards of our own life force energy. And, stewards of our creativity, of our energy, of our attention, of our emotions, and our gifts that we have. And instead of allowing circumstances to dictate where we live from, we learn to tend our inner world with care and devotion. And no matter what's happening, we remember that we are the ones that are living this life, that we get to live this life. We get this opportunity. And I think there's just so many people around us that are in the, oh, when is life going to get easier? When is it going to get better? And we are wasting a lot of time in that process. Mm. Anything you guys want to add to that? I keep talking. It's supposed to be a communication. Ah, it's okay. Ah, let's do our meditation and bring in some of that beautiful energy for today. So the nice thing about being on Zoom is I can put some background music on for us, which I love to have as we do our meditations. And there we go. So I'm going to invite you to settle in to your space, to take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths, breathing in through your nose, releasing through your mouth with a big sigh. As you breathe in, allow that air to come all the way down into the deeper parts of your belly, right down to your root chakra, and then release it. Take as many of those as you just bringing yourself back into your heart space. Bringing all of your focus, all of your awareness into your heart. And just breathing in and out through your heart. Feeling everything else around you just fall away, all your to-do lists. Be present right here, right now, in this moment. See a beautiful light in your heart growing with each breath. Allow that light, that beautiful glowing ball of light, to keep expanding with each breath in. And each time you breathe out, just see it contract a little bit, but each breath it expands a little bit more, bigger than the last time, until that ball of light is completely surrounding you, growing so big that you are inside that ball of light. And then bring your awareness right back to the center of your heart. And see a beautiful channel of light move from your heart down through your body, down your legs, into the earth, straight down to the heart of Mother Earth. Feel yourself connect to her. Feel that beautiful crystalline cord of light reaching right down to her heart. She is welcoming you to her beautiful space. Open arms, receiving you, big warm hug. And she wants to wrap you in love, wrap you in a warm blanket, nurture you, heal your heart. She just wants to give you everything that you need to feel safe and secure and loved and taken care of, supported. Allow yourself to fill up with that vitality that she is giving you. Fill up with the life force of Mother Earth. that she brings up from the center of the earth into your heart. Breathe it up into your body. Breathe it up into your lower chakras, allowing your root chakra to open up and receive. See a beautiful warmth there at your root chakra. Allow it to grow and expand. Warmth moving up into your belly and your solar plexus. So just take a minute to send love to that part of your body, your womb space, to your center of creative flow, to the place that creations are born within you. You have been holding a lot, and it is time for you to let go, to receive, to relax. Allow yourself to be held. You might even want to put your hands on your belly and just breathe. Imagine holding that space like you would hold a newborn baby. And so much love and healing. See the light growing there. The creative urges come from this space. Feel that into your solar plexus. Golden light. Now bring your awareness up to your heart. Notice how much lighter and expansive you feel in your lower chakras. Breathe into your heart and then send a beautiful crystalline channel of light up through your heart, up, all the way up through the top of your head, up into the heart of the universe, whatever that looks like for you. Be a divine being, a source of all that is, a great pool of energy. Whatever you see is perfect. But see it as immense, an immense source of light for you, an immense source of love and grace. And let that flow down. It's pouring down into you, always there. When we consciously awaken to it, we open that flow even more. Allow that to flow down into your heart space. See it flowing right through all chakras, right down deep into the earth, to Mother Earth, to her heart. Just floats in as if you are the bridge between heaven and earth. Allow it to flow in with beautiful healing light. Source light filling you up. Allowing you to be filled up with this light, this inspiration, this lightness of being. Letting go of all the heaviness around you, letting go of the circumstances that you've been observing around you, and just being in this lightness. this feeling that you get when you're out in nature, when you're walking through beautiful trees, hills, and forests, when you're walking along water on the beach, that lightness of being, that is source. That is who you are at the very core of your being. We have allowed ourselves to put on all these heavy cloaks from the world around us, from living here, and it is time to release those cloaks. So imagine that you're holding and carrying these heavy velvet robes around you, however many, and just allow yourself to see yourself releasing them, taking them off, feeling the freedom, the breath, the air, the lightness. Soul light. That is what you are feeling, that lightness of your soul to float through this experience, this very, very short period of time that you are here on this earth for this experience, for your soul to grow. And eventually you will release the cloak of the body and return to soul light. Oh, this time is precious that we have here. This time to experience human experience that we are so lucky to be here. We are so grateful to be one of the souls that get to journey through this time, this remarkable time in human history. We are here to bring through these beautiful gifts that we bring through this human body. Our artistic abilities, our compassion, our ability to listen, to be there for others, to just be a friend. No gift is better than the other. We're all here purposefully at this time. Fill yourself up with gratitude for what you have, what you bring, what you're learning, how you're expanding and growing. And let yourself keep growing. Do what you need to do to allow yourself to grow and expand into the infinite possibilities that are available to you at this time. Take up your space, shine your light, let your voice be heard, let your desires expand and grow, let them out of your heart and into the world. This is your time, beautiful ones. This is your time. And we are here, we are here, we are here always for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to start to come back. So I'm going to invite you to start to take some deep breaths. Breathe in deeply, stretch and move your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, come on back and open your eyes. Beautiful. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this space with me. What a beautiful, beautiful message. I love bringing that energy through for all of us. Thank you if you're here on Instagram. Maybe next time you'll join us in the Zoom room. And so you need to either join Soulfully Aligned Women, the Facebook group. It's a private group, or get on my email list and I'll send you the link out for that. But let's all just experience, not perfection, not performance, but this beautiful, beautiful experience of life where it's not all constant happiness. It is life, but we get to be here and we can't forget that we have that beautiful gift of life here. And I would just want to say that the portal applications are open for you to come and join. The portal will be starting on June 23rd, where we meet weekly, and there's so much planned for that. This is a mastermind for anyone that is wanting to take their life to the next level, and you get all of my programs in that included. So if you would like the application and you don't see it, reach out and I will get it for you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, Brenna and Kelly. It was an absolute joy to have you here. And keep going this way for a couple weeks and see how it goes. See if we get a group coming in and join us. That would be lovely. All right. Thanks, ladies. See you next week, hopefully. All right. Bye for now.